Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Buying a home. It is one of the most expensive purchase anybody can do in their life, and that too if it's the first time. The stress and the confusion is next level. And even if it's your second or third time doing a transaction, what are the changes happened in real estate from the last time you bought it? Things keep changing and you never know what might affect you, and I'm here to help you with all the home buying process from start to end, where to start, what will be the next steps, and what are the points you have to consider while buying. If you're coming here for the first time, I'm Nikita Chitneni. I'm a real estate agent with eXp Realty Brokerage in Ontario, Canada. Contact me if you have any real estate questions. I would love to clarify all your questions and doubts. If you want to learn more about real estate, do subscribe to the channel and stay along. Without any further delay, let's get into the video. Step 1. Decide if you're ready for it or not. You should be financially and mentally ready for this biggest purchase in your life. That's going to change a lot of things in your life. Sit with your family and discuss if you are ready to go ahead at the moment or not, or if you need some more time to be ready to do this purchase. And if you have any questions in deciding that regarding the numbers, if you will be eligible or not, or like which area you can go ahead, what are your priorities, you can get in contact with the real estate agents. That's where I can come in and help you with, but what's your personal situation will only be known to you. So decide within your family if you're ready to take this step. And if you think you're ready to buy the home and you can start the process, start it right away. Don't wait for the time, and don't wait for the perfect time. A perfect time to buy a home will never occur until and unless you are ready for it. Your financial situation and everything should be ready for it. That's the best time for you to buy. Market conditions do make a difference, but your personal situation and your eligibility will be the major point. And step 2, contact a real estate agent. I'm not telling this because I'm a real estate agent and I want you to contact me, but working with a real estate agent from your initial stages is helpful for you as a buyer because you will have some expert advice. And 99% of cases, a buyer will not be paying anything to real estate agent. It's the seller who will be paying for the real estate agent. So, and if you are getting expert advice and services without paying anything, why not take it? Take the advantage of it and get in contact with the real estate agent in the initial stages so they can walk you through properly and in the right direction. And the next step is to check what you will be eligible for. That's the major point. For this, one way is you can contact a real estate agent and they will route you to some mortgage agents. They generally work with few of the mortgage agents, so they can refer them to you. Or if you have anybody in your view, any mortgage agent you want to go and contact them, get in touch with them and talk and see what you would be eligible for. If not, there's also other way. Whatever the bank you are in relationship with, you can contact them and see, like if you have accounts, credit cards, everything with CIBC, get in contact with CIBC. Their official websites will have a link to get a call back for this mortgage thing. So you can go there, check your mortgage. Like they'll also have some mortgage calculators which are kind of like the high level. You can go there and check it, and you can also request for a call back. Somebody from the bank will contact you to explain what you would be eligible for. You can talk with multiple banks, not only with the bank you are in relation with. There is more chance that they will give you a better deal, but it depends on various factors. Generally in high level, whatever your gross income is, if you multiply that with 4.5, that is what you will be eligible for. That's the maximum you will be eligible for. And if you are paying your down payment more than 20%, then you might be eligible for 5.5 times. But this is very high level. It depends on various factors, and all this can be discussed with a nice mortgage agent who can help you get the best deal. Once you have that information on how much you would be eligible for, get a pre-approval, which will be very helpful in the next stages. And the next step would be contacting a real estate agent. At this stage, you will need a real estate agent. Until now, it is your option if you want to go ahead with a real estate agent or not to talk the initial phases. But at this point, once you have that you will need a real estate agent to help you through the next steps. You will be sharing all the budget and eligibility information with the realtor. And this is also a crucial phase that's very important as a realtor, like for me to understand what are your requirements, what are the major factors you are looking into, which are kind of like mandatory things you want in your property, and some nice to have things to understand them. And there are various factors to consider at this step as well. Once you have that criteria ready, search criteria ready, I can search nice properties for you which are suitable suitable to the search criteria. And once you have shortlisted the properties you like, you can go for viewings. And once you start viewings also, it's not that whatever the criteria you have discussed initially kind of should continue for long. As once you start viewing the properties, then you might change some criteria. You might feel something is important and something is not important. It's okay to change your criteria, but again, you can discuss with the real estate. I can help you understand the market and understand the houses you're looking for. After viewing properties, if you are liking something based on the market and based on the house, you might have some time to put the offer, or you might have to do it immediately on the same day. Again, depending on the market, depending on the area, depending on the seller, it might be a bidding situation or it might not be a bidding situation. Make sure you are asking questions to your real estate agent that what is included in the offer, because that's an agreement, that's a legal agreement, and you should know what you are signing on. It's important for you to understand what's written on that offer and what is being sent to seller. Generally, a real estate agent will include conditions in there. It might be for home inspection, might be for finance. Based on the house in your situation, there will be different conditions, but make sure you are covered under all things. It is very important that you choose the right realtor who can work on your behalf, on your best interest, to protect you and to get you the good deal and good house. There might be multiple offers sent on the property. It is up to the seller on whose offer are they accepting, but there might be negotiations going on, might be for closing date, for cost, anything. Again, real estate agent is very crucial here to have a proper one so that he can negotiate all the things on your terms. If there are any conditions included to the offer, there will be some timeline given to you on when they can be accomplished. You have to be very sure on what are those times. It will be once the documents are sent to you for signature. Make sure you are going through all the dates and all the terms in it. You can take help from your realtor to walk through all the points in the offer so that you are aware of everything and what are the conditions, what are the timelines, what are the price, about everything basically. Or during that timeline, whatever is mentioned in the offer, all the conditions should be addressed. So again, this is the time where you are in regular contact with your realtor. Again and again, I'm stressing this because having the right one is important, because you want to be kept in transparency and not like just unknown about anything happening. It's your house. It's you who is going to be staying that home, and it's you who is going to own that property. So it's your right to understand whatever going on with the process and to take decisions accordingly. Based on the conditions, if there is a home inspection included when you have to go and visit, make sure you are going there. It's not any situation. If you are not able to do it, yes, your realtor will be there anyways. But if you are there, that is an additional thing. You will have that satisfaction that home inspection is going on properly. And once every condition is addressed, then yes, again, based on the situation, what we are going through, how the conditions are written, offer will become firm. That means the house will be yours, but the closing date might be in 30 days, 60 days or 90 days based on the agreement between buyer and seller. Another thing which happens between this phase, like after getting the offer accepted and before it is becoming firm, is paying the deposit amount. Whatever the deposit amount which was mentioned in the offer should be paid by the buyer in this duration, and the drafts or checks should be submitted to the sellers. And all this process only happens through real estate agent. Buyer will contact buyer's agent, and buyer's agent will get in contact with the listing agent. Listing agent will convey the information to the sellers. Real estate agents are kind of the mediators between buyer and seller, and it is very crucial to have that transparent communication. If you are going with me to do the process, don't worry about the transparency. I'll make sure you know everything about the process and you understand everything you are signing on. And yes, once the offer is firm, that means you will be the owner of that house in few days, and you can have couple of visits during this time. Like if it is like 90 days or 60 days and it's long time, you just want to visit just for your satisfaction, or you want to make sure like everything is working properly in that house, you can have couple of visits in between. But again, this should be communicated to the seller's agent and seller before, and appointments should be booked so that you can go and visit. It's not that it's the property is yours so that you can go at any time. Again, your agent will help you in booking those appointments so that you can go and visit. All these terms should be discussed at the offer phase itself. And when you are visiting, make sure you are checking on all the appliances and everything if they are working properly and working conditions, especially the pre-closing inspection which happens 1 or 2 days before the closing date is very important. That's when it's your chance to go in and check everything in the house so that you are getting a good house and you don't get into some shock after the closing date. Before the closing date, you will also be working with lawyers. Again, if you have any contacts, if you have any preference, you can go ahead with your lawyer, whoever your preference is. Otherwise, if you don't have any preference, you can talk to your realtor and your realtor can refer you a few lawyer contacts and you can work with them. Lawyers are also very crucial throughout the process because they are the ones who are making this, all the legal documents, everything will be processed by them. Again, the realtor will be in contact with the lawyers to make sure the process is going well and there are no issues which are rising up in between. Generally, this is the time when you will be called at the lawyer's office to sign some documents. During COVID, it was all online signatures, but still, like, this one visit is kind of mandatory. Like, you will be going to the lawyer's office to sign all the documents. Again, you can ask all the questions to the lawyers there on what you are signing on and what are the terms in that agreement you are signing. Once lawyer's appointment is done and pre-closing inspection is done, there's the big day, closing date, and even on that date, the loan approvals, that's when your mortgage will be starting. So all the mortgage payments from bank, your like from buyers, bank to sellers, like all transactions will be happening on the closing date. And when all that is closed, all the adjustment will also be happening on that day on property taxes or utilities, everything will be handled by lawyer. But make sure your realtor is checking all the details so that you are protected and you are not charged anything extra which you should not be. And yeah, once all that is happening, it's kind of like mostly realtor is the one who is driving all the process, but you are the decision maker in this. So keep your right with you and you should be the one who is making all the decisions. Here's the day, the closing day, when you will be getting the keys of your new home. And once you have the keys, you can again go in and check if everything is according to the agreement you have, anything to be included, anything to be excluded, if everything is in right way or not. You can have your realtor talking to the listing agent if you find any discrepancy. And yeah, that's how you are officially a house owner. And it seems to a big process, but having a good realtor on your side will be very stress-free for you because they are the ones who will be making most of the negotiations and contacts on your behalf. Don't hesitate, get in touch with me. I'll make sure the process goes very smooth for you and it will be transparent from my end. So yeah, get in touch. All contact details are in description and also comments, so get in touch with me. So yes, that's all for the video. Hope you liked. If you found this informative, do click that like button and share with your friends who are looking to buy a home in Ontario. And if you have any questions or if you want to know any more details on this is kind of a very high level information. So if you want to know any more information, any details on it, call me and I'll make sure all your questions are answered. So yeah, that's all. See you in the next one. Until then, stay happy and stay along.